Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Shannon Elshook, and welcome to episode number 13. That's right, I did look at what number it was gonna be. It's not true, it's just that I had it ingrained in my mind that it was 12 last time, so... math, 12, 31, 30, carry the 11. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Sorry for the delay in videos for like a day. Anyway, I am back to do stuff. In the last episode, the festival happened. That was pretty neat. We met Kenji, found out he's fucking crazy. I mean, that's not like a new development. We knew he was fucking crazy, but we knew he was even more crazy now. And then we went out. We went and got some food. We that was pretty terrible. And then we went to go see Lily and go get more food because we're fucking fat slobs. And we did that. And then we said hi to Lily. And then was like, "Where's Hanako?" And we're like, we don't know, but we knew where she was. We go to the library, go see Hanako, hang out, come back to the tea room, go in there, go play chess, because what a better way to spend your time. Find out Hanako really likes chess, and then Lily showed up and was like, "Sup, let's go out and go to the Shanghai, the tea house. We're gonna go have some fun." And then it was like, "Yeah." So we all went and did that, and then we met up with Yuko, who works at the tea house, the Shanghai. So that's great. Some more bento voice, woo. And then fireworks happened, and then Hanako was adorable, and then that was pretty much it. And now we are in Act 2. Huzzah! We are on the Hanako awesome train, which is what we're just gonna call it. It sounds potentially sexual if you think about it. Anyway, my alarm blares into my ears, only to be swiftly silenced by my fist. What's up? My body switches into auto mode, carrying my self-conscious self out of bed and into my uniform. As always, my bottles of pills sit on my desk, patiently waiting for me to take them and pick out my daily dosage of medicine. 17 pills a day. Jesus. Before I know it, I'm opening the door to Class 3-3. Glad to see I'm not the only one here who seems to be a little hungover from the festival week. Every phase in the classroom looks gaunt. With the festival now over, it's as if everyone's life dreams have been achieved. With nothing left to live for, the students have relied on instincts alone to guide them to class. Or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I slowly make my way to my seat, and it's only then that I realize why the room is so peaceful. The seats beside mine are blissfully empty. The world's loudest interpreter for the deaf has yet to arrive. Jesus fucking shit. God damn it, Misha. You need to stop that. Just as I'm about to sit down, the door flies open, revealing a resplendent Misha. Drills bobbing from the dramatic entrance and arms stretched towards the sky. Yahoo! It's all over! It would appear that not everyone is affected by the post-festival depression. The rest of the class glare at her, obviously thinking the same thing I am. Misha, still frozen in the door with her arms still in the air, nervously looks around. It's obvious that she senses the foul mood, but can't work out exactly what to do. Suddenly she jerks forward. Hey! As she stumbles into the classroom, she reveals Shizune, arm still extended from where she shoved Misha. Thanks for the entertainment, but, shouldn't you two just sit the fuck down? Still slightly embarrassed, Misha takes a few seconds to realize she has to translate. Oh, yeah, Shizune says she's not happy with you ditching us last, or Shi-chan. Not Shizune, I don't talk like, fuck you. We're really busy. Is that so? What about the stuff I already did for you two? She says that only counts for council members. Since you declined, she doesn't owe you anything. Misha leans closer and whispers conspiratorially into my ear. Actually, I think she's just a little sorry you didn't spend the day with her. You broke her heart. Shot you the heart! Sorry. She's really thankful for your work last week, though. Sensing that she's being talked about, Shizune lightly wraps her fingers on her desk until Misha turns to face her. I can't understand any of the fast-paced signing that's going on, but from Shizune's slightly embarrassed expression and Misha's poorly contained laughter, I can guess. While this exchange is happening, the door opens once again, but this time at a much more reasonable pace. Look it! It's... Hanako quietly enters the room and pulls the door closed behind her. Peering out from under her hair, she quickly scans the classroom. Our eyes meet, and she suddenly stiffens. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and then walks over to my desk. Good morning, Hisao. Morning, Hanako. You're a little late, aren't you? I was talking to Lily. About today. Ah, so you've got her list then. We can leave straight after class in that case. Sure. I'm looking forward to it. Hanako briefly flashes her embarrassed smile at me and then hurries off to her seat. I keep, correcting myself, but the things that I'm saying could absolutely fit in these positions. It's ridiculous. Synonyms, man. Use the synonyms. During classes, it becomes apparent that it's not only the students that are a little despondent after the festival. Muto simply gives us a list of exercises from the textbook and then sits behind his desk. I totally forget about the brief lunch period for a moment, such is the banality of the day. It's mind-numbing, and everyone seems surprised when the bells signal the end of the lessons. As I'm packing up my bag, Shizune and Misha flank and entrap me. Say, Hee-chan, it's still not too late to join up. I'm dying. There's a lot of post-festival paperwork for us to complete. Sorry, Misha. I've got plans. As if sensing the cue, Hanako appears behind me holding a small bag and trying to avoid contact with the outside world. Misha's eyes open wide and she bursts into laughter. You move fast, don't you, Chan? We won't disturb your date any further. Behind the roaring Misha, I see Shizune taking far too little interest in the scene. I might be taking this the wrong way, but I think she's deliberately ignoring me. Fuck you too, then. I feel a gentle tug on my shirt and turn to see Hanako's eyes fixed firmly on the floor. Let's... Yeah, gotcha. Shizune, Misha, I'll see you later. I'm dying too. Shizune, Misha, I think I've caught whatever you got. It isn't... Damn it. And I'm still not interested in the council. I just cannot word today. It's not even that I can't word, it's just that I can't continue to word. Spoiled sport. Misha and Shizune retreat into the hallway, happily signing to each other. Got all your stuff? Let's head off. Floods of students pour out of the school gates and onto the road into town. It's a little weird. It's almost a scene from any other high school, but the illusion fades because of the occasional wheelchair or missing limb. One thing I do notice is that nobody's alone. And as Hanako and I pass through the gates, I notice that she closes the distance between us. Not enough to be considered close, but she certainly isn't at her usual just a little far position. I guess we're not familiar enough for her to get as close as she does with Lily. However, even though she's moved a little closer to me physically, mentally she still seems to have traveled a mile. Her hands clutched around the leather straps of her bag to the point of whitening her knuckles, her head down and her mouth pursed closed. She almost looks like she's being walked to the principal's office for the first time. I try to stifle a giggle at the thought, but it is futile. It is futile. What's the matter? I guess there's no point hiding it. Sorry, for a second there it looked like you were getting in trouble. What do you mean? I think you need to relax a little. We're not going too far, and it's only students around, right? Right. It bothers me a little to see Hanako so worked up. And you do this every week, don't you? Yes, with Lily. Of course. With Lily. I wonder if she's ever left the school without her. It doesn't seem like much at first glance, but Hanako's dependence on Lily is absurdly heavy. If she can't even handle leaving the school without her, how could she have managed to survive if the two had never met? Would she have found someone else to latch onto? And what drew her to Lily? Was it her lack of eyesight, or was Lily just kind enough to lend a hand? I wonder if anyone would have fit the bill. Well, I'm here. Besides, we're not going too far. It'll be over before you know it. Hanako's knuckles slowly regain their color. She tries to hide a small smile, but the effort of that seems to prevent further conversation. We travel side by side down the winding road towards town. The crowd of students thins as we continue along the sidewalk. Faster students rush ahead, and the less mobile ones fall behind, rarefying the crowd into nothingness. By the time we reach the convenience store, we're practically alone. Using me as a shield between herself and the attendant, Hanako moves through the narrow aisles, adding an assortment of items to her basket. Bread, tea, milk, thyme? What kind of convenience store sells herbs? Yeah, no, that doesn't seem very common to me either. Then again, nothing about this town seems normal, which may not be such a bad thing in retrospect. Everything is so different and uncomfortable. Dwelling on such matters isn't really an option. When I think about that, it reminds me of Hanako. No matter how much you try, you can't escape her scars. They still interrupt my train of thought when I see them. And as much as I don't want to admit it myself, I think I'm forcing myself to try to ignore them. Not that I'm scar-free myself. The jagged line down my sternum will never completely fade away. I just have the luxury of being able to hide it pretty easily. But in a way, both of our scars remind us that we're all in this place for a reason. Hanako throws one last item into her basket and then sheepishly holds it out to me, along with a few blank notes. Could you... please? It takes me a second to understand what she's trying to say. Oh, you want me to pay for it? She nods but doesn't look up. I guess this task falls to Lily on the usual occasions. Sure, let me just grab a couple of things. Hastily, I grab a few essential items for myself and head to the counter with Hanako in close tow. The attendant gives me an indifferent nod as he scans in the items. I suppose just ignoring us is one way to deal with the anomalies Yamaku. They must get a lot of students here, being the closest store to the school. The staff must all have their own way of dealing with us. Or maybe they don't. Maybe it's only me who thinks twice about my unique schoolmates. I feel like you kind of get used to that after a while, and you just kind of just fucking get over it. Like, especially you live in that town long enough, you live next to that school, yeah, it's just be like, people are gonna come in and they're gonna look a little fucked up occasionally. Fuck it. Our transaction complete, Hanako and I head back out to the street. The road is pretty much abandoned now. The students that were heading out have already left and nobody has started returning just yet. And with only the school ahead of the road, there doesn't seem to be anyone else around. Oh, fuck. Too goddamn early for this. The emptiness certainly reflects on Hanako, her arms by her sides, each carrying a bag, her head no longer bowed and back to the upright position. It's almost as if she were enjoying this walk. So, why all these weird things? Make spice? Why would you need that in school? I sometimes like to make food. Well, yeah, I do too, but the spices? It's a little more advanced, don't you think? Not really. Well, I think it's cool. You'll have to teach me one day. Sure. She doesn't seem all that sure, but pushing that point doesn't seem all that wise. At the very least, she seems a great deal happier than she did on the walk down here. That alone makes me a little happier. Right? It's easy to be happy when other people are happy. Outside the girls' dorm, Hanako and I sort out the grocery bags with our respective purchases. In comparison, my things look positively plain. I tell you, you're putting me to shame here. No, I'm not. I'm only joking. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I have a stack of homework that I skipped last week, so I must leave now. Will you be alright getting back to your room? Yeah. Sure? Okay then, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. We part ways and I return to my room. Piles of papers sit upon my desk, begging to be completed. With the entire ruckus of last week, I barely had any time to catch up. I tried to keep up with my studies while I was in the hospital, but some of this stuff I've never even seen before, even back in my old school. Totally unprepared, I popped the top of a can of a drink and get to work. Is it a Dr. Pepper? If it's anything else, you're dead to me. Not really, you can drink whatever you want, but I'm just saying, there can be only one, that's all I'm saying. The days are really starting to heat up. This morning, I woke covered in sweat. Oh, that's the worst. The fucked up part is because it's winter right now, where, fucking at the time of recording this, and I live in Montana. For those who don't know anything about Montana can suck a dick. It's cold as fuck out here, like all the time. What time? What? Weather. Come here. Tell me. You phone. Do your do. Do your duty, good sir. Come here. Come here with your the passcodes and shit. It's actually really nice right now. It's like 27 degrees right now. No, mine's 18. It was telling me about later. Anyway, point is, it's like 20 degrees right now. The past like couple weeks have been just ridiculous, like -20 and -10 all the fucking time. Fuck. So it's either waking up every morning is either you are frozen or you're melting because you tried to overcompensate and you completely fucked your entire life up. Neither of which are good. There is no middle ground. There is no, like, comfortable. It's either frozen or melting. God damn it. By the time the student body starts leaving their dorms for breakfast and morning duties, the sun has taken full effect. Oddly, that puts me in high spirits. It's not even 8, yet I feel this day is going to be one of those unpleasant, tranquil, warm ones. Also, I should point out Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I keep forgetting that I'm no longer in my own little American bubble sometimes. I mean, I still kind of am. It's just it's become more increasingly clear to me that I'm talking to occasionally some people who aren't filthy American casuals. If I weren't at a school that considered every absence from class a sign of a life-threatening situation, I'd consider skipping the whole day and just relaxing in school gardens. Yes, today will be a genuinely lazy day. For a second, I stopped mid-stretch and consider the nurse's warning about exercise. Maybe I should have kept up with those morning jogs. You probably should have. If you die, you know why. Running with someone like Emmy might have been a little testing, but if I worked at my own pace... who am I kidding? I couldn't stick to something like that without some kind of motivation. We might see in the future, my boy. It's not like I sit around all day. The walk to and from the convenience store counts as exercise, right? Especially the walk back up the hill. That's just death. Yeah, it's no big deal. Compared to months lying in a hospital bed, I'm getting plenty of exercise. It seems that I'm not alone in my appreciation of the day. Nearly every member of the class is glancing through the window and into the tantalizing sky. Even the steadfast Shizune seems to like her usual vigor for schoolwork. God damn it. Oh my god damn it. Misha, as brazen as ever, has even unbuttoned the top buttons of her shirt and is fanning herself with a notebook. I'm gonna need that CG right now. Shit. I must have been staring, as she's now sticking her tongue out at me. However, she shows no signs of halting her efforts, nor is she trying to hide the fact. I mean, you do you, girlfriend. You do you. Please. The lunch bells seem to catch everyone by surprise, and this class empties at a much slower pace than usual. The heat seems to be draining the need to rush from anyone. Well, almost everyone. Hisao? Hey there, Hanako. What can I do for you today? Hanako already has a lunch bag in hand. I don't have to be a detective to work out where this is going. No? Okay, lunch. All right, then. Would you like to have lunch with us again? I brought enough for everyone. Awesome, but you don't have to be so stiff about it, though. Right. I take it we're going to the tea room? Please. Lily said she'd meet us in there, so we should go together. Sounds like a plan. This heat has made me pretty hungry. Hanako breathes a sigh of relief, and I gather my things together. She's so goddamn fucking adorable. Okay. As usual, the aura of the tea room is refreshing, feeling isolated from the rest of the world. Then again, the usual den of the school seems to be a bit subdued, most likely from the laziness promoted by heat exhaustion. Fucking goddamn it, Shannon. We had this discussion in the last episode. If you fucking yawn, I will hurt you. Me? Hanako slowly spreads her food on the table, intently focusing on every little movement, as if she's trying to keep her mind off of other thoughts. It's not much, but I can tell from her demeanor that she's prepared everything with the utmost of care. I guess Lily isn't here yet. Should we start without her? She'll be here soon. Yeah, patience, boy! Hanako struggles with the lid of a container of rice. Here, let me help with that. I take the container from Hanako's hands and try to force open the lid. Try as I might, it seems wedged shut. Just emasculate the shit out of you. Let me guess, did you put this in while the rice was still hot? Yes, I was in a rush. I put the container on the table between us. I thought so. Looks like this is wedged shut. We'll need to get some hot water to get it open. But that could be a pain in here. We'd get water everywhere. Well, in that case, how about I contribute to today's meal? I feel like I've done fucked up my accent. I did. It's all bad. What am I doing now? This isn't even remotely close. Okay. At the door, Lily smiles while holding up a bag stocked with various buns and bread rolls. But I can't help but do the same. Since you two had a change of plans because of me, I thought I might bring a little something. Thanks, Lily. Here, let me get that for you. With a little guidance, Lily's bread assortment joins Hanako's riceless platter. I hastily make some tea to complete the picture. Well, I'm looking forward to this. As I take a bite, I notice Hanako trying her hardest not to look as she's looking at it. Look like she... Ugh. It's nothing special, but then again, I can't really complain. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to cooking for myself. Not bad. I guess this was made with the stuff you bought yesterday? No, boy, you say it's amazing. You don't ever, boy, I am obnoxiously polite. I understand that. I probably irritate the shit out of some people. You know what, boy? You say thank you. You say yes, please. You say no, thank you, sir, ma'am, please. Thank you, but I appreciate the offer. Thank you very much. You be the utmost of polite, even if you don't even mean it, boy. That's probably a terrible, outlook on life, but do it anyway, because I said so. Yes. Hanako's eyes shout at me, begging for some kind of feedback. Well, it was clearly worth it. Thanks, Hanako. I wanted to show you this after yesterday. It's okay. I was just a little surprised at the stuff you were buying. Boy, I pressed that button. Why don't you do this? Hanako's always like to experiment when it comes to food. I think it's good most of the time. Or most of the time. While Lily's smile doesn't waver, the slight change in her tone tells me that things have not gone so well in the past. And it's not like Hanako has many people to sample her cooking. Hang on, was Lily waiting for me to go first? She didn't start eating until after I said it was alright. Her cheeky grin tells me that this was a deliberate action on her part. If I'll have to try and work out whether to get one over on her in the future to make up for this. You test if it's poisoned, that's how. If you die, I'll know that it's not okay to eat. Well, it's good. That's all that counts, right? Right. Lily, satisfied at not being the first to sample Hanako's creation, begins to consume the food in front of her. I find myself staring as I watch her chopsticks gently touch the plate, the tips delicately poking and tracing to quickly ascertain the positions of food as she's dexterously... Stroke. She might think we were playing... One might think she were a child playing with her food, if not for the situation. Though she does it with such care and thoughtfulness, it's obvious that this is simply how she eats this kind of meal. Not wanting to miss out, I start filling up myself. Hanako takes a different approach, waiting until Lily and I have our hands clear before she starts snatching up her share. Again, everyone else take care of their thing first. I'll deal with it last. Don't worry about it. Before long, the containers are empty, save for the still-shut rice container. Thank you, Hanako. This was filling. No, thank you for the bread. Yeah, would have been a disaster if not for that. You're both welcome. But now, I must be getting back. It's far too easy to be late after eating here. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think we'll just clean up here and then head off. Well then, good day. Lily leaves, her cane tapping away down the quiet hallway. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Away, away. Okay. Hanako and I quickly pack our things and stay seated, waiting for the bell. Together we stare out the window and into the endless azure sky. Azure. If it weren't for the pealing of the bells, I would have sworn that time had stopped. Ear to skip class rises in my gut. I shoot a glance at Hanako, who shows no signs of moving either. Not just yet. The interval between the warning bells and the end of the lunch bells passes in the blink of an eye. We really should go. People will freak out and start a search party if we skip. Hanako sighs. You're right. Slowly she rises to her feet and I follow suit. Silently we make our way up the old stairs to the third floor and then out to our classroom. At the door, I take point and open the door ahead of Hanako, bowing my head down in apology in advance. I'm sorry we're late, teacher. I'm greeted not by stern words, nor by an angered instruction to take my seat, but by the silence created by 15 or so students trying not to laugh. Muto, ever tardy, has yet to arrive. However, the fact that Hanako and I have arrived together is blatantly obvious. Make that about 14 students trying and one student fucking failing. The lovers return. Yeah, thanks. You can calm down now, you fucking savage. I step through the door and realize Hanako is firmly pressed against my back, hiding herself from the class. With the steps coming closer to my desk, she eventually breaks from me and stiffly walks to her own. Her efforts to mentally block everyone's presence from her mind are written fairly clearly on her face. Quickly checking the door for any signs of the teacher's arrival, I make a trip to Hanako's desk and whisper in her ear. Don't worry about Misha. She's always like this. I enjoyed myself today. Don't sweat it, okay? Hanako nods her head behind her folded arms, but she still doesn't show her face. Well, y'all need to leave her alone. Calm down now. I yearn to stay and console her more, but Muto picks this exact moment to enter the class, halfway through his lecture as if he'd started it in the hallway. Which, of course, is directly proportional to the charge of inversely proportionally to the square of the distance. I don't even know what I just said. He's so engrossed in his speech he doesn't even notice me sneaking back to my seat from Hanako's desk. Well, Muto's spiel rambles on. Damn. Misha leans over to me. The teacher may not have noticed your tardiness, but I did. That much is obvious from the show you just put on. God damn it. I have been instructed to let you off the hook for today, but only on one condition. Oh, and what would that be? Blackmail? You have to help us this afternoon. God damn it. I crane my neck to look over Misha's shoulder. Shizune is conveniently not making eye contact with me. Fine, just for today. I've already told you I'm not joining the student council, remember? Of course, doing so could be considered, considered. She looks down at her notebook, obviously looking for a place in her script. Under duress, and hence would be against regulations. Very strange of you to be considerate of the regulations now. Things should be done by the book. It's just that the book hasn't been written for every situation, so there are times when it can be ignored. And yet you two wonder why no one else wants to be in the student council. Damn. After poking her tongue out at me, Misha returns to her workbook and we battle our way through the latter half of the school day. Oh, let us go watch. It'll be... sorry, Lily. Oh, please don't miss the show on my account. From what I've heard, this isn't a bad location to watch them from. With the exception of Lily, we rush to the window of the small tea house to watch the show. Look at her adorable little face.